All right, we
Okay.
back. We back.
Okay.
We back.
Yes, exactly.
We back.
Okay.
All right. Wi-Fi tripping. We back. Okay.
Yes, it is
So,
fine.
okay, so where we started off is I was talking about Airbnb and talking about since you are one person, you have 3 rooms, what about utilizing that space and what happened?
So before I even literally, I think I have moved a plant and a plate over here. Like I literally hadn't moved anything. Um, because I still was like transitioning. I still had an apartment. Like now I got to beg these people to get out of my lease and
Right.
X, Y, and Z. And so I get an email from a girl that I used to work with at the hospital. And she was like, hey, Vanessa told me that you just moved into a place and you might be looking for a roommate. And I was looking, to downsize. And I was wondering if that would be cool, like if we could be roommates, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, well, heck yeah, because I have 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, and I could and plus my condo, of course, because I did have the FHA loan, it wasn't a fixer upper condo. Like when you move in on that type of loan, everything has to be move in ready and livable. So it's not like I have, but I did want to do like a ton of updates to my place. It was nice, but it was like it just needs updates, and so I wanted to save money, and so I was like, heck yeah. Um, so I never have even paid 1 month mortgage by myself. Not even one. Like she moved in, she pays like $750, all bills paid. Like I pay everything, internet, cable, blah, blah, blah. It's just a flat rate, $750 a month. And we came up with the price together. Like, she thought it was fair. I thought it was fair. I think I said lower. And she was like, just in case the energy bill is high, let me just go ahead and give just a little bit more. And so, which was thankful because the energy bill is, it's too, and she has a dog. So,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
so 750. Just think, my mortgage is $1,000,
Right.
and my HOA is $200. So basically, my mortgage is $1,200. So just think, someone helps me basically with exactly half
Right.
of everything. What a blessing is that? And just
That's,
think, I have one more room. Don't get it
yeah.
twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
So I might rent that one out too. Drop her rent a little bit, and I'm like, hey, we can all keep this price. I said this the other day.
Okay.
I might move into a 1 bedroom and rent all of these rooms out. Like you just never know. You just never know.
Right. Right. But you have options now.
I do.
It's your place. You can do
It
what
is.
you want. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so
Yep.
I know because I think I've talked to her before, your roommate,
Mm-hmm.
she had credit challenges too. So
Yes.
the issue is the problem. The thing that is about it is that you yourself, it's like own or be owned. That's what
Yep.
my brother Andre Hatchett talks about all the time. Either you own something or you be owned. You know what I'm saying?
So true. So
Right.
true.
So you are actually helping people who may not be able to get a house. So you like the Godfather. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're like the Godfather. I'm like, you're like Tony Soprano, and I'm just like one of your flunkies. Like seriously. But I feel like, you know, it has opened doors and opened just my eyes and doors. Okay, first of all, yeah, I gotta fix everything. Yeah, blah 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 blah. But just a sense of like I can roll up in here and know that like it's mine. Even if the loan officer that we went with, he was saying, like when it comes to like an apartment living, it's literally like you better have your rent on the your
Mm-hmm.
rent on the third.
Mm-hmm.
It's first, it's late on the third.
Right.
I like when I lived at the apartment, it was $50 on the fourth, and
Oh,
then like $20 each additional day that you're late. And so it's like, oh my gosh, just think if like you get paid on the sixth,
right.
which is not
Right.
even a big deal from the
Right.
third when your rent was due, and you get
Right.
paid on the
Right.
you've already accumulated $100 in
Yeah,
late charges.
that's
Just little
true.
yeah, just little things like that. And it's just like, little things like that. Not to say be late or anything, but it's just like no wiggle room.
Right.
They have you locked. Like you're owned.
Right.
You're owned at that point. You have no wiggle room. You have nobody that's trying to make an arrangement with you.
No.
You don't have any options. You just
Right.
don't,
Right.
and I never want to be like that again. I have options. I could rent this place out if it got financially uncomfortable with me.
Right.
For me, the person 2 doors down is renting that place like mine out for almost $1,500 a month. So yes, and so 3 bedrooms are in a hot commodity. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Three
Yes.
bedrooms is
Yes.
a hot commodity.
Right.
And so just with me now working in leasing,
Mm-hmm.
it's a hot commodity.
Mm-hmm.
These I could rent this out for easy $1,500 a
Yes.
month.
Yes. Yes.
And so it's just like you have options. I have options,
Right.
and that's different, and that's good, and I'm supposed to. So it
Right.
feels really good.
Yeah, and that's the one thing, like you talk about, like I never thought about that till you said that, as far as the late fees is concerned. Because like in a mortgage, like I have rental property, so I use the time on my, like I use time in order to pay my mortgage, meaning that if my tenant is late, okay, well, if he's late, I still got to the end of the month to pay my mortgage. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay the late fee. You know what I'm saying? But it's not 30 days late until it's 30 days after.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And even if the late fee, I think the late fee that I pay for my mortgage is only like, what, $23 a month?
Yeah, it's like $20 or something like that. Because that's what mine is when I checked into it.
Right.
It's just like, it just gives you more options.
Right.
And it doesn't hold you hostage.
No.
And so like you're held hostage to a rent. Like you don't have anywhere to go. You're kind of backed up against the wall.
Right.
So with that being said, I know some people that are like, I would never own a home, or, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to lie and say that it's been the easiest thing that I've ever done. But I mean, things break. And I'm like, oh my God, this is broken. But at the end of the day, it's like my stuff that's broken.
Right.
And it's like, damn it. And then I get it fixed. And it's fine. It's fine. Like I will make it. And it's just me. It's like, I'm just a single lady. Like, it's me, no kids, no husband, and I just figure it out.
Right.
And I still feel good about it.
And you have options. If you do something breaks, you have the option to decide how much money you want to spend on it. If you want to get it fixed, is it really that necessary? You have the option to decide.
I have the option to decide. So like my refrigerator just broke, and luckily I had warranty on it, but I didn't have an option. But it's just it just opens a whole nother door. So it's a fun experience, and I honestly, if someone says, like, would you do it again? I would do it again 5 times fold. Like and even when I get hard on myself, I read an article the other day that said it takes people about 8 months to a year to recover from buying a home, like recover from the down payment, get back on, start saving again, and all that stuff. And just think, I've done something that people don't do, like, for their whole entire life, and I'm beating myself up because I waited till I was 30. Well, I was 37 at the time, but I'm totally 38 now. So I waited till I was 38 to do it.
Right. And like I said, this whole video, my whole thing is to inspire people, because I can talk to people till I'm blue in the face, because my goal is for every person that I encounter of color, a Black person, to own their own home. I mean, it's no excuse for it anymore. In Texas, you can still buy somewhere to live in for under $150,000, whereas you can't. You know what I'm saying?
And my place was definitely under $100,000. I mean,
$150,000. Right. So it's no more excuses. The amount of money you paying in rent, I'm sure rent is high here. So
I was paying $900 in rent, and then go to a mortgage as $1,000.
Yeah.
So
So that's my whole thing. So I mean, I want to inspire people. I know a lot of people who are sitting on the sidelines thinking about thinking about buying, but not putting anything to action. Here's a real life example from someone who didn't have help from anyone, who didn't have the most perfect credit, but they still got their house where they at right now, across the street from the apartment they used to rent from.
Crazy.
Right. Right.
And we looked everywhere. We looked in
Yes.
Arlington,
Oh, all the way
Carrollton,
Austin.
all the way in Arlington, which I really like that house
Right.
in the
It's
pictures.
crazy.
That's another thing. Go see these houses because the pictures are the best, like the best parts of them. But then when you really get down and see, remember it had like some extra stuff they had
Yeah.
built on, and it was sketchy. They had like painted the door. It was just a mess. So
Right. Right.
we looked all over just to end up right across the street.
And then also a lot of people have this idea of what their house is supposed to look like. Oh, I want this, or I'm supposed to have
Yeah.
this. We need to get
Every
out of that. You
It's
know,
hard because when you've never done it before, all you do is have that illusion in your head of
right.
what it's going to be. And it's like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm
Hmm.
going to live here. And then it's like, you know what? I'm going to live right across the street from where I was. And it's going to be fine.
That's right. That's right. And you save gas money too.
Oh my God. I totally saved so much gas. So it's fine.
Well, thank you, Amber, for sharing your experience.
No
I'm
problem.
happy to have helped you buy your home. If you know anybody else that needs help, please refer.
I always do. I have given your number and or card out so many times. I just gave it out last week to a
Okay.
girl that was like, I was renting an apartment too, but she had said, mention one thing about a house. And I said, you know what, I got somebody for you. So I definitely. And I appreciate you and
Uh,
everything you did for me and encouraged me to do.
and I
Because
appreciate you.
no, you encourage me for the better, and I appreciate that. You're not that much older, but you're really wise, and you're not at all taller, but you're really wise.
You're not tall either.
Okay, but you're really short, so you're a little bitty lady packed full of knowledge.
Thank you, Amber.
All right,
All right, Amber, I'll talk to you later. You have a good day.
all right, you too. Bye, Kendra.
Bye.